Putrajaya, Malaysia this August to watch the world's best water skiers in action. Don't miss it!
Watch the best water skiers in the world compete at the 2019 World Waterski Championships in Putrajaya, Malaysia.
Okay, welcome back folks. We're about to get underway with Series 3 of Ladies Jump. This is the last event of day one at these 2019 World Champs. Just 4 competitors in this jump event, 3 off 1.5 metres and then 1 off 1.65 metres. So I've got joined for expert comments, I've got Jarrett Llewellyn, and Jarrett, welcome along.
Thank you,
so far?
Glenn. Very good. It's been exciting to see. I was sitting back at watching all the webcasting. It was really good to see, and some pretty good scores out there. We got some jumping coming up. My favorite event.
Your favourite event? Actually, conditions not too bad right now out there. There's not much wind. Sort of a bit of a head crosswind, but look forward to it. So we've got, as I said, 3 competitors off 1.5. We've got from Japan, we've got Haru Kamiya. We've got cause local hero, Malaysian Alia Young, of course. She's going to have a lot of fans here on the banks, I'm sure. Sadie Ferguson, who's current world junior jump champion, actually under 17 jump champion from Australia. And then the ramp will go up to 1.65, and we've got the Ukrainian competitor Stanislava Prosvetova.
So Glenn, we've been here a little bit training beforehand. A lot of the teams have been, but it's just such a beautiful city. I mean, it's just incredible, the backdrop, and I mean the stadium here. It's just actually insane. And how nice, you mentioned that earlier, how pleasant everybody is. How it's just so nice to be here.
Absolutely. So I've sort of been stuck away up here in commentary. I just nipped out to have lunch, and you might be up to date. There's some talk that Freddie Kruger's injured, maybe out of the Worlds. He might have had a bit of a jump crash in the last 24 hours.
Really?
You know this, or
I have
you
not heard that. Yeah. So
it's not official, so I hope I haven't spoken out of turn. But Freddie, who I presume was probably flying down here tonight or tomorrow, is sounding like he could be out of these Worlds, which is devastating, of course, for everybody, and everybody finding out for the first time on the website. And now that the fact that Jarrett didn't know that, and I've said that, makes me a little nervous that I've got it wrong, but because you would know more than me, mate. But
a lot of times I try to think I'm in the know, but
yeah.
not always
we'll
true.
Wait and see. We'll have to see what happens. But
you know, getting close to World Championships, everybody's starting to push the line. Everybody's pushing it a bit, and getting in those last sets, and probably overtraining more than they should be. Probably the biggest problem that everybody has, but the top guys are going to be going after it, and Freddie definitely wanted to come back and retain his title.
Yeah, so that's disappointing, and probably, if it's true, a bit of rejigging for the US team selectors and that sort of thing. But anyway, we're on the water now. We've got Japanese competitor Haru Kamiya. See, I don't know if anyone watched the slalom this morning, but it looked like her boot released coming out of 2-ball, and she ended up with a score of 4 on her first pass, which was a bit disappointing, but she had a bit of bad luck this morning in the slalom.
Conditions are ideal. Over the last few days, there's been pretty much headwinds in the afternoons, which we all like, but switches up a little bit, and definitely really good conditions here today. Yeah,
well, we searched through the memory banks, and the course record here for men was Freddie Krueger, 69 metres. So, I mean, it can't be too bad. At jump side here, there's some pretty decent course records, and of course June Fladborg Ash at 48.3. Now that goes back almost 10 years, I think, since the last.
Yeah,
World
the first
Cup,
year we were here, we had ideal conditions. Wind was blowing out of the.
Yeah.
And Freddie banged one out there, so you definitely can poke one out here.
Okay, jump number 1 now. Remember, 3 jumps each to go as far as they possibly can. Into the ramp she goes.
Right on the corner there.
Yeah, that was a funny old jump.
Yeah, nice conservative jump. Pull out 3/4 cut. Sometimes with a headwind that strong, you try to leave it a little late, but with no speed, all of a sudden as you come across the wake, you realize, man, I'm later than I think, because you don't generate enough speed and realize you're right on top of the corner. So, but still get one under your belt. It's good to get one under your belt on the first one, and then she'll regroup here.
Yeah. So I haven't actually looked at seed 1 and seed 2, but there's generally 10 or 12 skiers in each of those series, and we've got 4 in series 3. So that suggests to me that we've got sort of 27, 28 ladies looking to make their way into the ladies jump final. 30.2. Yep, just confirming. 30.2 opening jump. So that would mean 12 through to the final in the ladies out of a field of 27 or 28, because ladies jump is probably the smallest field we have at a World Champs. The boat makes its turn up at the northern end there. Beautiful ski nautique. It's 3/4 cut, and because the 3/4 cut with that head breeze, sometimes it can be quite hard to get your width, but she's pulling out hard there. This probably leaves both skis down and maybe shakes a bit of speed off though. Into the ramp she goes, passes that one. Actually, I thought it looked like a better setup, but okay. What do you think, Jarrett?
Yeah, she's kind of in the same spot. I think she got a little better cut and then realized that she was a little early on that one, and maybe too big of an adjustment. She should have stayed where she was and got a little more aggressive, but she seemed to back it up, and it's a good thing on jump that you got a 3rd jump, so she could just dust that off. Doesn't affect her at all.
So Jarrett, you want to take this opportunity, mate, talk a bit about World Water Skiers? It's obviously sponsoring this event. We're doing the webcast at the moment, so
yeah, World Water Skiers is we have a lot of things going on. I hope everybody's checking out the website, flip through it. Lots of things there under the resources. One of the things that we do offer is the webcasting, and we're just trying to help out the organizers around the world to help water skiing, and it's a foundation, and we want everybody to join, do their profiles, not only the athletes but the judges, and even grandparents, everybody, to stay tuned to the sport that we all love. And we got special thanks to the people that have donated to the site. That's really, really good. We had a good event in Canada, a lot of good feedback from people around the world, so that's always nice, and definitely a lot of work. The guys behind the scene, Tom and David and Steve, and some other people that are helping us, it's a lot of work trying to get help the organizers out, but we're pretty happy, and this is only our second year, so.
Good on you. It's good. It's bringing another level of professionalism to the sport, which we need. It's jump number 3 now. Japanese competitor 30.2 is her score on jump number 1. She needs to get over on this and gets a bit of lift. I think that is going to be further. Pushes out there a little further over that 30-meter mark.
Yeah, that was pretty decent. She was right on the corner again, went back to where she was on the first jump, and pretty much got her legs on that one, and definitely the best of the 3. Set the pace for the rest of the girls here.
Well, big moment coming up for Malaysia here. First Malaysian competitor in the jump event. And of course, hometown hero, Alea Jung. Expect a lot of support from the locals here, of course. 34.9 there, 34.9. So that was a big improvement on a 30.2 meter jump on jump 1.
So Glenn, going back to the, just anybody who's listening in, and you go to the World Water Skiers page, and under resources you can find, add your site, create an event, you can create a profile for your club, and really what it is it creates a hub for everybody around the world so that they can have all their links all in one place, so we don't confuse the public. We want to try to get as many people engaged as possible so that we can go out and really start a worldwide tour and get the numbers up so that it excites really big sponsors to come into the sport and help these athletes perform to the level that they deserve. Oh, a local girl, huh?
Yeah. 16 years of age. Very, very solid trick skier. Tricks up close to 8,000 points, about 7,500 points. Actually, might even be getting real close to 8,000 points.
Yeah, she's coming on strong. She's going around the world. She's getting lots of experience around the world. She skied at Mumbai, skied at in Calgary, and it's really good to see that she's getting very competitive.
Very competitive. And next year, Junior Worlds, under 17 Worlds, are at Corey Picos's site, Santa Rosa Beach, in August, and she's got to be a chance to bring home Asia's first ever medal at a Junior Worlds. An outside chance maybe at a trick medal or an overall medal. She's really improving strongly.
Yeah, that's a lot of commitment, a lot of years being able to claim that.
Exactly. Here we go. Full double cut. Looks pretty good here at the moment as she drives into the jump ramp. Just nice jump. That'll be 36, maybe 37 meters, I think, on jump number 1. Wait and see.
Definitely confidence out there. It's her home site. She pulled out, did a double cut right away, didn't have any problems at the 600, and it was a nice opener.
Yeah, as I was saying, she's 35.9, I think I just said, 35.9. So her best jump, I think, is around that 38 meter mark. She's got a trick score close to 8,000 points, and she's slalomed about 4 or 5 on the 12 meter line. So she's starting to get into that area where she is a reasonable chance at an overall medal at a Junior Worlds. And geez, that would be huge for Asian water skiing if she could pick that up in a year's time. Yeah, PB 38.9, so she'd love to get a PB out here, I'm sure. Imagine that in front of the home crowd, the family. Home site at the World Championships. Full double cut, pulls out. She turned just in front of the 600 foot ball on jump number 1. Let's see if she turns it. And she does. I thought that would happen. So she's made this probably a full metre later on her counter cut. She waits. She's going to wait as late as she dares here. Try and get a bit more speed. Bit of a funky old turn, but into the ramp she goes. Good kick off the top. Yeah, might be half a metre further. It's a similar sort of place, but she might get sort of another half a metre on that one, I think, Jarrett.
Yeah, you were bang on there. She brought it down a little bit, but still ran out of speed in the glide there. Wind's probably a little stronger than she thought, but good drive into the bottom. Good direction off the top. Pretty much milked everything she had out of that one, but she's just going to have to carry some speed in the turn. Yeah, you could see her throw the hand up. She's just like, it's right there, right there.
35.7, so it actually wasn't quite as far because jump 1 was 35.9, so she's just slipped back a little bit. I know she's still got her favourite event, the trick event, to come, so she won't want to be doing anything too silly here, but you know, it's probably a once in a lifetime opportunity to ski at a world champs on your home site. So she really, on this last one, let's see if she can't just get a little bit later. It's probably not needing to get any later, as Jarrett said, down by the 600 football, but she needs to find a way to hold her width out there and carry maybe a little bit more speed through the turn.
You know, she is an overall skier, so this is really important to get a really solid score. Everyone kind of wants to move through into the finals, but if you don't, you need to get a really good first round and get the score under your belt. And she's going to be pushing it on this one for her overall score because she is a really good, solid trick skier.
Here we go. She's concentrating. Pulls that wide on that Nautique towboat. Let's see what she does here on that 600 football. Similar spot to jump number 2. It's a strong cut though. This could be better here. She's got that one ski up. I think she's got a little bit better glide here.
That's better, yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. Can she get the speed? She's got the speed. Can she get the kick? I think she has. Ooh. I don't know. Maybe didn't quite carry the pull through the ramp. I'm not sure. It's a similar sort of distance in the end.
Yeah, definitely. She pulled longer on the second side here. She didn't bring it down on the 6, but she definitely pulled harder on the second side, maintained some speed here. Definitely a little freer on the line. Got a little better turn, which gives you a little more angle. She came into the bottom. I think she sat back a little bit here. Yeah, not too bad. Not
further
too
though.
bad.
Yeah, 37.2. 37.2.
37.2, so her PB is 38.9,
yeah,
so not too far out.
Not too far, but I guess it's possible she might be a little disappointed because home site world, she would have been trying to get another PB, but it's still a good effort. 37.2. She's leading at the moment in this jump event. Look at that shot. Amazing. Amazing shot. We're having a world champs in the middle of the most beautiful city. Oh, big moment coming up for Australia now. It's the current world under-17 jump champion, Sadie Ferguson, out of Roma in south central Queensland. And this girl, you know, you think of great Australian female skiers, you think of Emma Shears, Emma Huberman, you think of Jacinta Carroll. Well, Sadie Ferguson is sort of cut from the same cloth. She's tough, gritty competitor, and I know all of Australia right now will be tuning in to watch this this jump event as Sadie Ferguson looks to, you know, she's got an outside chance, Jarrett, you'd have to say, of making the jump final here. I don't know what it's going to take, but generally, I don't know, 46, 47 metres and you might have a shot at a final.
Yep.
And I think her PB's not all that far off that. We'll just bring that up, but PB around 45 or 46
yeah, she
from
had
memory.
an incredible tournament up in Canada at the under-21s. She's just coming on strong. She's just got so much confidence. She skied really well at Moomba. She's had an incredible year so far.
Yeah, so personal best 44.8. So, you know, she's probably going to have to get a PB to make the final, but she won't be far off it. She's going to do a full double, of course. Still in the under-17s age group. That's probably why she's still off the 1.5 metre ramp. She will also contest the under-17 Worlds next August in Florida. Here we go. Jump number 1, Sadie Ferguson from Australia. Very tidy approach into the jump ramp. Big kick off the top. Well, it's over 40 for sure. That's her first 40-plus metre jump. We'll have to wait for the score to come through, but that's tidy stuff, Jarrett.
Yeah, really nice opener. Pretty solid. I think she's sitting back a little bit on her heels here. She's trying to just set up. Seems like she's a little cautious, but gets a really good dig into here and
that's strong.
Clears a wake, yeah. But definitely gets a hold of it. It's good to get one under your belt, you know, set yourself up to be able to push yourself for the next 2 jumps to be able to.
Wow, 44.4. Remember a personal best, 44.8. So we're close. You know, jump 1, we are close to a personal best from Sadie Ferguson. What an absolute superstar of our sport. Still just 16 years of age. They're tough, aren't they, these Aussie girls, these Aussie girl jumpers?
Australia has always produced a lot of really great jumpers. Just, I mean, you guys have had so many great skiers over the years. And the Neville family, Mick and Karen, and Bruce and Tony, and Curtis and Emma. And man, Emma's back. That's
she's slaloming. Yeah, it's great.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, she's a tough competitor.
So a lot of great families in Australia that are all supportive. It's a really great water ski community out there. I love going to Moomba. It's my favorite event of the year.
Okay, Sadie Ferguson. You know, if she could get a 46 and a half metre jump, she gives herself a good shot at the final, I reckon. Strong pull out here on jump number 2. Into the ramp she goes. Big push into the bottom. Back a bit on a lift, but she had a lot of speed there. Not sure. Maybe not quite as far, Jared. I think she lost a little bit on the ramp, or something didn't quite go right. Yeah,
she's just out here. She's just on the line. You can see the tension in her arm. She's not really getting free of the boat. Kind of like a big glorified 3/4 cut, but in these conditions and that, she's being solid. She wants to get a solid overall score, and like you said, try to move on to the finals. So yeah, you're just missing it a bit on the ramp there, trying to press and milk it all out for everything she's got, but. We'll see what the score comes up. Probably pretty close.
David, did you get a score? 43.8. 43.8. So her opener of 44.4 remains her best. Remember, a personal best is 44.8, so they're all within in that range. They're right around that personal best of hers. I mean, I have no idea. I haven't really studied it. I don't know how the seed 1 and 2 girls are going to ski because we don't know what the conditions will be like. But generally, I would have thought you'd need 46, maybe 47 metres to make a women's jump final at the Worlds. So she isn't quite there yet, I don't think, Sadie Ferguson.
See how good her setup here is kind of key. She gets a good pull here, try to get off the line, get some speed, get some glide so she can relax. Yeah, snow plowing a little bit. She's dusting off some speed. Good cut.
Oh
yeah. Definitely.
That's a nice jump.
That was solid off the ramp. Yeah, really good position on the ramp there.
Maybe not quite as hard a cut into the bottom as the second jump, but it's got to be further. It was much more technically better. It was looked like great float. Got the most out of the Nautique boat and the jump ramp and the conditions.
She's definitely carrying more speed here. She was trying to get rid of some of the speed. I think she was a little worried, but I think she got a little more speed coming into the base. And like you said, then she didn't have to generate it all at the base. She just held in and kept the line tight. Really solid off the ramp. Nice.
Well, here we go, folks. Are you ready for this? 46.5 metres. That is almost a 2 metre PB from Sadie Ferguson. Gets herself into that kind of zone that she's going to... Well, she set the mark, isn't she, for the top 2 seeds, because she's not all that far off making a final with that. In fact, you never know. She could sneak in. She is an absolute superstar, up-and-coming skier in our sport to go 46.5. That's almost a 2 metre PB. at a Worlds. It's sensational.
Really smart set. Each jump picked up, figuring it out, and then banged one out there, and that's what she needed to do to try to move on to the next round.
Okay, so the ramp's got to go up now from 1.5 metres to 1.65 metres. So while the ramp is going up, we'll have a bit of a delay. So the boat will do a phantom pass so that we give the same same conditions for all our competitors. We're going to go to the Ukraine now. Stanislava Prosvetova. I'm not quite sure what time it would be in the Ukraine now. It might be time to wake up maybe, and a bit of breakfast viewing for the Prosvetova family. Yeah, 8:22 a.m. That's we just googled it, so it's perfect breakfast viewing right now for
that's right.
Ukraine.
That's the skis at the Sentosa ski club. A lot of incredible skiers. What they're doing in Ukraine with all the coaches and the whole staff, and pretty amazing what they've done down there. Alex and the whole crew, and they got the cable park, and they've held quite a few big international events. I think they just held the under 21 Europeans.
Yeah, I think they did.
And yeah, really solid place and incredible, really forward thinking and incredible. All the kids that are coming out of there. They're Felchenko out of there, one of the favorites in the overall. So incredible skiers.
Okay, so the ramp's gone up to 1.65 metres or 5.5 feet in the old money. And we've got our last competitor for the day. Beautiful conditions. It almost feels like you should keep skiing, but of course we can't do that at a Worlds because some of the skiers, they need to know when they're skiing, all that sort of thing. But it is. We've got great weather here at the moment.
Yeah, everyone would be like, "Hey, yeah, let's go, let's go.
Let's do it."
You know, the preparation for this is not just the last 2 years. It's, how many years these kids have been skiing, 10 years getting ready for this, and just peaking for this event and trying not to, especially overall skiers that are skiing as much and trying not to get hurt and come to this event and be in top form is it's amazing, all these athletes, and getting it on television and get all these people to watch. It's something that's really important to us and the rest of the world to see all these athletes compete well.
Okay, here she is, Stanislava Prostova. She hasn't filled out her profile. So I don't know exactly what her personal best is. I've got a feeling it's somewhere in the low 40s. Yeah, just a shout out to all our team captains. If you could make sure your athletes, your skiers have gone on to World Water Skiers and filled in your profiles, because at the end of the day you want accurate information, of course, and it's a good way to increase the profile of your skiers as well.
Yeah, around the world, everybody wants to know about the athletes. The site allows you to click on the athlete, learn everything about them, follow their profile, their Instagram or whatever, but it's a way to promote yourself and the sport. So if everybody takes it seriously and does a professional job, then we all look better. So make sure all the captains, just for sure, get their athletes to finish it off. And the more you change your profile and put it on the site, it changes and it brings up your profile. So you actually get seen more if you update your photo more often. So definitely, if you want more exposure.
Oh, this is the latest cut off the 600 football we've seen here, Jarrett. I think she means
pretty
business.
Aggressive. Yeah.
Very aggressive stuff from the young Ukrainian. Into the ramp she goes. Jump number 1. Lets it go. Just passes that one up. What do you think she passed here, Jared?
Definitely, like you said, she was definitely aggressive off the 6, but she didn't pull very
Nah.
long on the second side. So probably coming on a little. We'll see it here. Definitely aggressive. She cut like 560. That's kind of what we call.
Yeah.
But she goes hard here, but then lets up really
up
early
there,
and
yeah.
just glides. And sometimes she didn't get really free of the boat, but coming in pretty hot. And actually kind of, for where she went, it was kind of a tame cut, and probably just didn't get her skis around. She leaned in a little bit into the bottom and didn't have her right ski up underneath her, and just she didn't feel comfortable.
She didn't
so
want to take that one for
yeah,
first, I
just
don't
better
think.
to let her go, and probably had a good feel where she needs to go on the next one, and hopefully she makes the adjustment.
Different style to Sadie. Sadie Ferguson was, probably 5 meters earlier, I think, on the 600-foot buoy than young Stanislava. So she's got a different sort of a style, but I'm sure she can get well up over 40 meters here on jump number 2.
Yeah, we'll see if she backs it up a bit. Probably better if she did back it up and pull a little longer on the second side, give her a little more breathing time. But like you said, everybody's got a different style, and what works for you, that's what you do.
Here we go. Big strong pull out. Let's see where she turns this.
Yeah, backed up a little bit.
A little bit, eh? Backed up maybe a meter or so.
Yeah, a little better on the second side. Coming off the handle a little quick, but
yeah, this doesn't look too bad though. She can get some lift.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's solid. About 40, 42 maybe. I'm going to go with, but didn't really probably get what she wanted off the top of the jump ramp, I don't think.
Yeah, she had a little better countercut here, and come off the handle a little quick. Looks like she's a little nervous, but definitely got her skis around better, and she got a better dig into the bottom, held a good edge, but just like you said, lost it a little bit off the top, didn't stay on the handle, lost some distance there, but at least she's got one under her belt, and she can let her rip, let her all hang out on the third one.
.42.6 that I think I heard. 42.0, 42 meters exactly. She's leaving a little bit out there. I think if she finishes here, she needs to get it all together. Maybe not necessarily cut any later, but just she does look a little. I don't know, Jarrett. You're the jumper, mate. I'm just the commentator, but she does sort of looks a little tense to me at times out of the turn and stuff. Like she's just needs to maybe relax a little bit and let it all come. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just experience out on when the conditions are a little bit, a little more challenging than
just different,
skiers.
hey?
You just not the years of experience, and she just definitely, got to have confidence when you're cutting at a 6-foot ramp. You definitely need to have a cut, and she needs to hold strong here.
Slams that right ski down, shakes a bit of speed off. Yeah, this looks pretty good, pretty relaxed. No, she's
just sitting back there.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's as fast. I think 42 will be her best. She's a little disappointed, but she's going to end up with 42. So the story of the day is going to be Sadie Ferguson's sensational leap of 46.5, which is she'll have to wait a couple of days to find out, but Sadie might have a chance at a final. If you just watch a replay of that third and final jump for our Ukrainian athlete.
Yeah, I think just the setup here, just a little bit cautious, a little bit nervous, and just not getting up on the boat, which just doesn't allow her to be able to get her skis around and drive through the base, and just missing it, and probably not what she wanted. But like you said, Sadie sure went out there and banged one out and set the pace for the next round. Really good to see.
Yeah, really good, really good. Not only for a chance at the final, but it's good for her overall, and I'm thinking good for Australia as well.
Good for Australia, yeah. Team
really
title
good. So,
for sure. Yeah,
good old Sadie Ferguson.
The first set too. You know, you never know. Sometimes you're going to trick or slalom first, and you know, kind of different to jump first. But to get your first event under your belt and really bang one out there, man, the confidence that it gives you, you know, it just sets the pace. You go home and you just like you're in a different zone. So.
Okay, folks, well, believe it or not, we're done for the day here in Putrajaya with the skiing. We've got our opening ceremony at 5 p.m. here in front of the grandstand, but as far as the webcast goes, we are done. We'll be back 8 a.m. start tomorrow, Malaysian time, so with some excellent events, of course. We'll start with slalom again, but it's going to be the top, it's going to be the men's, probably men's 4 and 5 series in slalom, I think, starting off in the morning.
Yeah, definitely water ski around the world. You know, make sure you share the link and go to World Water Skiers, and the first thing that should come up is the world site, and you just click on it and you can share that link, and or else subscribe and you'll get notifications when things are going to happen. But doesn't matter if you're a skier or a family member, everybody should just join and share the link and share the community. So we'll hope to see you back tomorrow, and we're definitely going to see a ton of great skiing to come. It's just starting. Good to kick off. Make sure you poke around the site and look at all the different things that we have to offer, and look at the foundations and what we're trying to accomplish. And we want to hear feedback from you. There's a shop there. You can buy a t-shirt or be a supporter, or however you want to get involved. We want to hear from you. We're all into this together. We want to make the sport better, and we're going to do it.
Good on you, mate. Well done. Okay, I think that's probably us for the day here at Putrajaya. We'll be back at 8 a.m. in the morning, Malaysian time. Wherever you are in the world, enjoy yourself. We'll catch you later.